To South Africa, where Oscar Pistorius has learned his fate, a 6-year prison term for killing his girlfriend Reva Steenkamp on Valentine's Day 2013. The Paralympian will not be appealing the decision, so his verdict would seem to conclude one of South Africa's most high-profile legal cases. Yelisa Mjala wraps up the day's proceedings.
The sentence that I impose on the accused for the murder dolus eventualis of the deceased, that is Reva Steenkamp, is 6 years imprisonment.
And so ends a case that's gripped South Africans and millions around the world for more than 3 years. Judge Thokozile Masipa, who initially convicted Oscar Pistorius of culpable homicide, says she believes he's sorry for what he did.
It is my view that it must be one of the most difficult things for any accused to have to face the victims of his crime and to apologize. It is highly improbable, therefore, that the accused would persist in his request to meet the parents of the deceased and ask for forgiveness if he was not genuinely remorseful.
Although both the prosecution and defense have the option to appeal, the athlete's lawyers have indicated that they will not.
It's a long process. It's been a very drawn-out process. So to a certain extent, there is a relief that this is now the final chapter and the last day that we will be coming to court. They accept the sentence, that they have no plans to appeal.
Pistorius was immediately taken back to prison to serve his sentence at this Kgosi Mampuru Correctional Services. Legal experts believe that he's likely going to spend only half of the sentence.
He would have to serve at least 3 years of the 6-year term of imprisonment, at least 50% of that, and then he could bring an application to be released on parole. That application will then be considered by a parole board and various considerations taken into account, the interests of the deceased family, as well as how he behaved whilst he was in prison.
The minimum sentence for murder in South Africa is 15 years. The prosecution has yet to indicate whether or not it plans to launch an appeal. Yelisa Mjala, CCTV, Pretoria, South Africa.